And now, prepare your ear holes for penetration as we bring you another great podcast from the Poop Culture Extended Universe.
Hello, I'm Conrad Bain. Tonight on Diff'rent Strokes, we are presenting the first half of a two-part show on a very important subject, the dangers of hitchhiking. We urge families, children, and parents to watch this special episode together because some of the material presented might be disturbing to younger children. Thank you.
Now the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. What might be right for you may not be right for some. A man is born, he's a man of means. Then along come two. They got nothing but the genes, but they got different strokes it takes. Different strokes it takes. Different strokes to move the world. Everybody's got a special kind of story. Everybody finds a way to shine.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 42 of the Video Rangers podcast. I'm Mike Spinacco. Sitting beside me is Chris Dietz. Say hello, Chris.
Hello, everyone, and we have another very special episode of the Video Rangers podcast. We have a lot of very special episodes, don't we?
Because it's a very special podcast.
Yeah, we rode the short bus.
And we're very special people. So the Diff'rent Strokes are back on the Video Rangers podcast.
Different with an apostrophe.
Different.
Different. Just to make sure, it's different and different.
Yeah. Just so you know, the two main characters are
they should
from Harlem.
Different strokes.
Yeah. Diff'rent Strokes. It's spelled differently.
Like different, and they put it in quotation marks.
Yes. But it's not only the Diff'rent Strokes. It's the very special season 6 episode, two-part episode.
I'd like to hear some kind of interview on why they did so many episodes tackling these very special
issues.
Topics. No one else seemed to do as many as they did.
No.
Because they also did other ones that aren't as serious, like smoking and drugs. There was a drug episode with Nancy Reagan.
Mr. Horton.
Well, they didn't get...
a bicycle man.
They didn't get the introductions with Conrad Bain.
Yeah. Hello, I'm Conrad Bain.
They didn't get the special treatment like these two. These are only two of these two. That's it.
There might be a couple more.
Bike shop.
I have to look back into it.
Episode The Bicycle Man and Hitchhikers.
The Hitchhikers. The two-part episode that premiered on January 21st and January 28th in 1984 as part of season 6. Very special. It seemed like every season had one, but maybe not the first two seasons.
Now, would you say this is the last good season?
I think this is the beginning of the end. Because the minute this Maggie character shows up, I instantly hate my life.
Mr. Drummond's new main squeeze.
Yes.
He gets a girlfriend.
Fucking Christ. Maggie McKinney.
I don't like her much either.
From Designing Woman.
Don't like
is
her.
Fucking awful. And that's just her character name. You'll know where Dixie Carter is her real name.
Yeah. Oh, Dixie Carter.
Yeah. Do not like her whatsoever. We got a new... It's a new, is it a totally new housekeeper? Who the fuck was the housekeeper in season 5? Was it still Pearl?
I don't know what season.
Season 5 was the Bicycle Man.
Oh, was it Pearl? It might have been. I'm not positive.
Yeah.
I think it was Pearl still.
Maybe she didn't have as many lines or something.
She might just not have been in it. There was no reason. They can make any reason for her not to be there.
She's no Miss Garrett.
Yeah,
not
Mrs.
at all.
Garrett and what was the second one? With Adderall?
Adeline.
Adderall.
Adderall.
See where my mind is.
So the plot of this episode is Arnold and Kimberly learn the dangers of hitchhiking when they are abducted and held captive by a sinister man.
It's kind of funny. We watched the smoking episode before we watched the Hitchhikers episode, and then we started the Hitchhikers episode. And I'm like, we're kind of watching it, shooting the shit, and then I'm like, oh fuck, that's right, they're get kidnapped. I thought that was like a normal episode for a while, because it basically plays on like any other episode, and then it's like, oh wait, that's right.
Starts off. They're gonna get almost a high note, man.
Arnold almost gets a weight to the head.
Yeah. It's great because in this episode, it's Mr. Drummond's 52nd birthday.
Yes.
Funny, he doesn't look 52.
That's the joke at the end.
Yeah.
And he's about 60
Yeah.
in real life in 1983.
And he's like really upset about being 52 and his girlfriend isn't around. And they're planning this whole behind the scenes surprise party.
Big surprise party. She's actually there.
Yeah.
He comes home early. He was supposed to
Go to the health club.
Go to the health club and work out, and he gets the phone. I don't know who he calls him to tell him he's coming home. Whatever. I think he would just come home, but
Yeah. And it's so he's all depressed, and to get him out of the house so they can keep planning on, preparing for this fucking party, Willis is going to take him downtown to get some new threads.
you gotta take him shopping. Everyone feels good. A girl feels good when she gets a new dress.
So I feel good.
They take on that little episode of hilarity, I'm sure. But I want to see the episode. Him and Willis going down to the old market and buying some threads.
Yeah.
Where's that episode at? Maybe they get into a
Some
dance
bad
competition.
threads, man.
They gotta break something off for some thugs.
Mr. Drummond is as
Serve
stiff
him.
as a fucking board. There's no way he's fucking
Stiff as a
dancing.
board.
He is like the ultimate fucking no expression, no emotion, terrible.
He usually
fucking-
makes very bad pun dad jokes, like
Which
really bad.
which he does, but
Not as many in this one, but
no.
like the other episodes are like awful.
Well,
And
this
it's
was-
cringing.
This episode really centers around Kimberly and a horrible incident.
Every episode's about Arnold. First of all,
Yeah. No, he just
Every episode.
Well, he's here.
honestly, most times Willis and Kimberly just get a couple supporting lines in,
Yeah.
but otherwise it's just fucking Arnold and his hijinks.
Yeah. Well, you see what happened was Dana Plato walked into the producer's office and says, "I'm an actress, god damn it."
And I will not be in some video game movie years later.
Yeah. The irony of this is like this whole episode probably got her that Night Trap job. Night Trap. Ooh.
Was that like a rendition of
The Night Trap song?
the Night? Is there a Night Trap song?
There is. I don't know the words.
It
to
kind of sounded like what's I'm thinking that you sound like the Queen song.
Oh, fucking Flash.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Savior of the universe. Quarterback, New York Jets.
That movie's awesome. So
Jets wish they had Flash Gordon.
yeah, they do. So Willis fucking takes good old Mr. Drummond downtown to go get his new threads, and the rest of the family is able to continue planning
for the party and decorating.
Yeah. So Kimberly comes downstairs and it's like, "Oh, Arnold, want to come with me to go pick up Dad's present, while he's gone." So Arnold agrees, of course, because he's bribed with like food or some shit, right? Like,
I don't even know.
yeah. But the other side note is like it's incredibly cold out in New York at the moment.
Yeah.
Fucking it's really fucking cold, and that's gonna play into why they actually end up hitchhiking. So Arnold and Kimberly go pick up the present, and Arnold, while he's in the store, he ends up buying a 3-stage rocket,
Which
'cause
I'm sure cost a lot of money.
yeah, and he's obsessed with
He's obsessed
fucking
with space.
With space.
And rockets and such.
So and Kimberly fucking spent all of her money on the present, so they have no money to.
They both bungle it up here.
Yeah, they have no money to pay for a
Bunch
fucking
of-
cab.
Bunch of Mr. Bungles.
Yeah, but then they decide like, oh well, we're rich. The fucking
We'll hail a cab.
and the guy, the
And
doorman.
will help us out and pay.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they got the money.
Well, they're good for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Doorman knows
They're
where
good
they
for
live.
it. This is they're on the penthouse suite. They're
Yeah,
good for it.
They're good for it. So fucking, but they can't hail a cab because it's New York, and you can't get a cab in New York.
A young white girl can't hail a cab. What fantasy world is this?
Yeah,
I mean, really.
I mean, Christ, she's going to Park Avenue, not the fucking Bronx.
And oh man, so she tries and fails.
Arnold tries and fails,
Well,
and he
lets
showed
a
some
little
leg.
Yeah,
He shows a little leg.
you gotta look. He tells her you gotta have that rich look.
Yeah.
Like, dude, just a couple years ago, you're living in Harlem. He really has changed.
Yeah, him and Willis have changed a lot. Now,
I'm not
Arnold
gonna
not
say
so
the
much. Arnold
word.
was very small.
Yeah,
I won't
but
say
it
that
still
he
had
changed
that
a lot.
Streetwise kind of thing. Now they're getting
Yeah.
kidnapped left and right.
Willis is fucking on some other shit these days.
You know,
He's all collared shirt and sweaters now.
Arnold really lost a lot of his cuteness in the last few years too.
Oh yeah, as
The
he
first
ages, yes.
season and 2,
Oh,
he's adorable.
He's the best in the first
the
2
last
seasons.
3 seasons is like wah wah.
Yeah.
It's like ugh.
Well, they got to bring in the
And
fucking
then they
Budnick.
they had to bring in the
They
cute
had to-
kids. They had to bring Budnick in.
At the end of this season, they had to bring in Budnick. They can't get a cab, and Kimberly suggests, like, fuck it, let's just hitch a ride.
Come on, let's hitch a ride.
Dad says we should never do that.
I know, Arnold, but we've got to do something. It's freezing out here. I'm going to be a blonde popsicle.
And Arnold reminds her, Dad said we should never do that.
Well, of course.
Mr. Drummond's
Of course
right.
not. Especially in the city.
Yeah.
It's like
Are
the
you fucking
worst.
insane? New York in
There's 10 million
1983.
people. The guy driving up like, it's my big, yes, I'll pick him right up.
Yeah. It's my big break.
Here we go.
2 kids. One's an 18-year-old girl, and she's kind of hot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and one, I have to knock him on the head.
Yeah, the little one, he's up to my fucking dick. I'll just kick him in the face.
I'm gonna get laid tonight.
But it's interesting to me how fucking immediately, like, Arnold just, like, latches onto this guy. Like, oh, he's into space, too. Fucking, this is fucking great.
Oh,
And
he just happens to be like some kind of conception artist
Yeah.
for military planes.
yeah, and he's gonna, like, fucking
So
draw...
he's very into like spaceships and rockets and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And he's very interesting videos at his home
Yeah.
about space and rockets.
He's got some secret
Did
tapes.
I tell you about the space and rockets?
No, you should all know about the space and rockets. And he's got videotapes. at home.
Videotapes?
Videotapes.
Videotapes?
Videotapes.
Did you get that right?
So fucking Arnold has absolutely learned not one goddamn thing from the previous season when he was nearly ass raped at the hands of Mr. Horton.
He'd be safer in Harlem.
Yes, he would.
He'd be streetwise at least.
Yeah.
Man, this fucking fool trying to pick me up in his car. Fuck him.
You want to take a
Probably
bath
trying
with
to
me?
touch me.
Get out of here, you jive turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
It
fucking-
ain't cool being so jive, so close to Thanksgiving.
Arnold, what are you fucking doing? Thank God Dudley's not here. He's too busy at his fucking father's bedside after his lung removal on the fucking smoking episode.
Yeah, the smoking episode, by the way, ends on the grim fate that Mr. I don't know his
Mr.
last
Dudley.
name. Mr. Dudley.
Has to get
Ramsey?
his-
I think it's a Ramsey.
Yeah, it is Dudley Ramsey. And he has to get his fucking lung
get a lung
removed.
taken out.
Are you
Holy
fucking
shit.
kidding me? Yeah, so this fucking asshole's got these fucking secret experimental tapes.
Something. He's got whatever. He's got space videos of photography in space, I think it was.
Yeah, and fucking Arnold just can't he's gotta fucking see him. Despite his sister saying, hey, let's get the fuck out of here, let's go home, it's our dad's birthday.
Any chance of seeing those videotapes?
What are you, the spy that came in from the cold? I've got the tapes at home. I'll give you my card. Give me a call sometime.
Hey, how about right now and I'll save a dime?
Arnold, I really think we should be getting home. It's our father's birthday.
Yeah, but he won't be home for a couple of hours yet. I mean, this is a chance of a lifetime.
Well, I only live a few blocks from where you're going. I mean, it's no imposition if he really wants to see the tape.
Well, okay. I guess we can spare a few minutes.
Great. Fasten your seatbelts and let's blast off.
You're my kind of guy, Bill.
Thanks, Arnold.
We can become good friends if you got the right stuff in the refrigerator.
So, okay, we got time. He won't be home soon. Like,
Yeah, let's go to this stranger's house.
the real answer is Arnold. No, we're going the fuck home.
Yeah, Arnold, I don't care if he's got fucking Twinkies for days.
Yeah.
We ain't going there.
Strange man. No, we're going the fuck home.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. If they never get in this conversation with space and stuff, does he just take him home?
I think so.
Or does he just drive him right to his fucking
Yeah,
apartment and
no.
they're screaming on their way home, where are you taking me?
This guy was cruising the streets looking for a fucking
Well, this
opportunity.
is just a perfect opportunity.
And he
then.
found himself he's an
This
opportunist.
is too perfect then.
Yeah.
I'd imagine it'd be a lot more difficult if he can't convince him to come up to his apartment for some
Yeah.
reason.
But he was like presented himself as a nice fucking guy.
And he he went on Arnold's. It's always Arnold's fault.
Yeah. Well, Arnold is easily manipulated, especially when it comes to space and
he is.
food.
He's very. Well, I mean, a lot of children are manipulated very easily with their likes.
Let me tell you something.
They're very
Mr. Horton.
Favorites.
Exactly. Mr. Horton, with one bowl of ice cream and one slice of pizza, was able to get Arnold to take his fucking shirt off and play Tarzan. And a day later, he had Dudley in the bathtub.
I mean, these are true things, but it's
these things do happen. It's just I don't know if it ever happens this smoothly.
I would imagine there's a lot more hitting.
Yeah. So
he would have just clunked Arnold in the head in there.
Yeah.
Like, he locks the door on him while he's watching videos.
That's when this thing takes a real dark turn. When he sits Arnold down in his bedroom, nonetheless, to watch these fucking videotapes of the secret experiments with NASA. And he closes the fucking door and locks it.
Well,
who has a lock on the outside of the door?
He has a lock on every outside of the door. When they walk around the apartment, you can see the locks on every fucking door.
Every door has a lock on the outside.
There's 2 closets, and they all have. And of course, the front door has a lock.
Yeah, that's normal. And he uses the lock and the chain.
It's
just like in Big.
He secretly locks the door so she doesn't see him. Though.
Yeah. And he tells fucking Kimberly that Arnold is like watching the tapes. Why don't I draw a sketch of you for your father's birthday? You can give it to him.
I mean, and she's reluctant. She kind of just wants
okay,
fine. And then it kind of gets creepier and creepier as the moments pass.
Yeah.
And it's more like, Arnold's we don't have that much time. We should probably get going.
It's fucking crazy because he starts. It starts to go wrong when he starts talking about he's asking her if she's in a relationship, and then he starts talking about relationships and how hard they are.
And she's fucking 18.
And then he looks like a fucking wild-eyed scientist.
Yeah, you're like this 30-something-year-old, 40-year-old guy. You're talking to an 18-year-old girl about relationships.
It is creepy.
I suppose a girl like you has a boyfriend.
No one's steady.
Me either. Relationships are difficult, aren't they? The worst thing is when you like someone and they reject you. That upsets me. That really upsets me.
I guess I wouldn't be too happy about that myself.
I mean, the trouble is people are always in a hurry. They don't have time to really get to know you, to find out what you're really like inside.
Yeah. I guess I know what you mean. Look, if this is going to take long, why don't we do it some other time?
It gets real dark. This is a happy-go-lucky program. All the way
Obviously,
up to
they're not going to go the extreme. It could have got a movie.
Could have got
a lot
worse.
Darker. Requiem for a Dream dark.
Yeah, her shirt would have been ripped off 5 minutes ago, and then
he put honestly, him hurting her is just like bending her arm or grabbing her by the wrist, but she probably got smacked around.
Yeah, it's still a TV show.
Yes, they're gonna pull back a little the teeth here, but the reality is. They didn't make it out of there.
No.
No. That's the reality.
No.
They're in the East River.
Yeah.
Dumped.
There's a small window of opportunity in this episode for them to make it out in real actual life. But when it gets to the very end...
stupid, you probably didn't.
Sorry. Poor Kimberly wasn't going to get found until some kid was walking his fucking dog in the Central Park. Found the fucking ducks eating her.
Yeah. Human remains were found this morning.
Yeah.
Jogger.
And then it's a fucking Law and Order episode.
Dun, dun, yeah.
Dum, dum.
If we put that noise effect in, it cost us $100, right?
Well, if we do it legitimately.
Or if I can do it myself.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get a keyboard here and I'll try to play it.
Oh, we're getting that technical now?
It's a Casio. It plays tunes.
The production value of our podcast is about as good as the movies we watch.
I wish they were. Then we'd have something to go on.
Yeah, we'd have explosions.
We'd have bad makeup.
It's bad enough we're already down on Mike Sanikoff ever since he was voted off the podcast last week.
He was voted off?
Yeah.
I was not told.
All right, that's not true. He's coming back.
He'll be back.
He'll be back.
He's voted off.
Just like Frosty the Snowman.
I hate that fucking cartoon.
He'll be back again someday. All right, now let's fucking get to the big elephant in the room here, which is Drummond's fucking outfit.
So him and Willis get back, and they got his new threads, and he's dressed like he's in Electric Boogaloo too.
Yeah,
breaking.
He's dressed like the kid from fucking The Heavenly Kid, with his fucking.
He's even got like the Stephen King's Rules shirt on, except it says hairy chest. Like
Yeah.
it's a red shirt with letters on it. So yeah, he's like a Michael Jackson fucking lookalike.
Oh, dude, he looks
You know
terrible.
It'd be great if when they go and get Kimberly, he was still in that.
Oh, that would have been best.
If
that's what he kicked the door in with.
If he comes in and looking like that, I would have loved it.
Oh, we're not that lucky though.
Not that lucky. Okay, so he's in his new threads, and they're just kind of celebrating a little bit without him. They're not going to eat, and there's a cake that looks like that we had made up that looks like Mr. Drummond, like a bust.
Yeah. I
got to tell you, cake technology is leaps and bounds of what it was in 1984.
Yeah.
It looks like paper mache. It's probably not a real cake.
Yeah.
If it looks like, I mean, it looks like them. Looks good for 1984. I'd be impressed with that. But like nowadays, it's just like real art.
Yeah.
They use stuff that's edible, but you wouldn't want to fucking eat it.
No.
Half these cakes probably taste like shit, I'd imagine.
Yeah, usually they've got that.
People have their hands all over it. Yeah, they got that weird sugar.
I don't really like it.
They just get sculpts crap with. But it's a pretty good cake for 1984.
Yeah. So basically, they don't want to eat until because Kimberly and Arnold are late. They missed the surprise.
Yes.
And they're just like, oh, they'll be back soon.
On it. They're waiting on them.
So now we go back to fucking Harry's apartment here.
Bill.
Is it Bill?
It's Bill.
It's way off. Way off. And I got it written down here, so I'm an asshole.
He gets very stern with her.
Does.
He raises his voice.
Yes,
she wants to leave.
He does. She's basically saying, like, we almost done. We got to go. And it goes real fucking dark where he's like, you don't appreciate anything I'm doing for you. You're just ungrateful.
Are you almost finished? My dad's probably home by now. I really should be going.
How can I finish when you keep changing expressions? You keep losing what I'm trying to capture.
So couldn't we just forget it? The sketch really isn't that important.
How can you say that? I'm trying to do something nice for you and you're being ungrateful.
I didn't mean to be. I really do have to go.
You'll go when I say so.
You're hurting me.
Sit down and don't move. Don't make me do something you'll be sorry for.
Meanwhile, fucking Arnold is done watching the videotape, and he's going to get out of the room, and he can't. The door's fucking locked. He's banging on the fucking door. Yeah. And they're basically like, oh, just wait there, Arnold.
And, I got to give Dana Plato, I think she acted pretty well in this episode.
Well, this is how she got the role in Night Trap.
This maybe, eventually she did rob a Blockbuster. And, maybe she drew from this, her courage. But she doesn't want Arnold to get hurt.
Yeah.
She's like, doing what he says. Tell her, just be quiet. It's be all right, and everything's fine.
Well, at this point, he's yelled at her. He's gotten creepy with her. He's fucking grabbed her wrist.
Yeah, he's handled her a little hard. He hasn't gone too far. But then she tries to be sweet with him and try to like trick him with stuff. Yeah. But he catches on real quick.
Yeah. He is fucking so. You know what? The way she squirms around in this fucking episode is so disturbing. And look at his fucking face. He's just the most evil, sadistic fuck.
He does a good job.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to be known as Bill the kidnapper from Diff'rent Strokes.
No, but you don't want to be fucking Mr. Horton either. I think I'd rather be Bill than Mr. Horton. At least Kimberly's 18.
He's going for a girl at least.
Oh God, it's so.
He looks more like he tells her his problems, like how he's passed up for promotions at work.
Nobody takes him serious.
People are giving me shit, and he's kind of just cracked.
Yeah, that's it. He's really just stressed out.
You later find out he's done this before. So,
but wait.
What happened? We're not to dive too deep, and like if this happened before, what exactly happened here? He maybe never went this far.
I think we both noticed though when we saw the amount of locks on the outside of the doors, we were like, he's done this before.
And I guess that's a good giveaway.
Because and then he gets her like she's like, let us out of here. He's basically telling her like, I'm not gonna let you go. I want this date with you. Fucking
it's a date now.
And she's like, well, this is kidnapping. And then he fucking proceeds to explain to her why it isn't. Because, hey, you were hitchhiking.
You better let us out of here. My dad will have the cops looking for us.
No, they won't. Nobody knows about me, and they don't know where you are, Kimberly.
You'll never get away with it. It's kidnapping.
No, it's not. I didn't force you to come here. You were hitchhiking. Now you're my guest. Relax. Just come over here and sit down and let me be nice to you. You have to learn to trust.
Ow!
You shouldn't have done that. Now you made me very mad.
Now this part really is interesting. So he locks Dana in.
Locks her in the closet, in one of the many closets this guy's got.
And he's got to take care of Arnold. And the look on Arnold's fucking face as he's taping him up and going,
frightening.
When I get out of here, you're gonna be eating beans on tin foil or something.
Yeah.
A tin can for 20 years.
Yeah.
And like, I'm gonna get out of here, right? And just the look on this guy's fucking face, you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. Nowhere.
It's fucking awful.
It is just frightening because first he duct tapes Arnold up. Like he's wrapping duct tape around him.
He fucking like bounds and gags him.
Yeah, and this kid's just like, oh, well, I'm going to call the cops when we get out of here. And he gives him a look.
You don't exactly get it. You're not getting this,
you're not getting out of here.
You're not going anywhere.
You're going to get wrapped up in an oil drum and thrown in the fucking East River.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
They're gonna send me up the river for this. I'm gonna be eating cold beans off a tin plate for 20 years. I'm gonna call the police when we get out of here. We are getting out of here, aren't we?
Oh, that fucking look.
Oh, God. And Arnold
right,
looks,
I'm getting out of here.
Gary Coleman fucking looks floored. He is selling the absolute shit out of this.
This is season 6.
Arnold's been through the mill.
4 or 5 years of being rich and privileged.
Yeah, he's not used to this
He's
shit.
bought into it.
Yeah.
He's not, he gets his way. You know, he gets his way. Things happen for him. He gets toys every year, Christmas and birthday. He gets new clothes all the time.
Dude, this is
People don't tell him no
nuts.
anymore.
Arnold is looking at him like, holy shit, I thought Mr. Horton was bad. Mr. Horton wasn't out to kill me. That is the end of the part 1 episode, The Hitchhikers. Holy fucking shit. And you know what? We'll be back after these messages.
Hey, look, Dad. Jeff's hitchhiking. He'll get to the soccer field way before us.
Maybe, but maybe not. Hitchhiking is dangerous. You never know who's going to pick you up. The person who picks him up could be a venom agent. Or worse, a child molester.
Hey, Jeff, how about walking to the game with us? Dad, when it comes to hitchhiking, I say thumbs down.
Can anything stop the animal? The animal. It's a big, powerful 4x4. But when the going gets tough, it uses its claws to climb over anything that gets in its way.
The animal, the animal. Can anything stop the animal, the animal?
The animal, clawing its way to the top. The animal, each sold separately, batteries not included. New from Galoob.
Hello, I'm Conrad Bain. Tonight on Diff'rent Strokes, we are presenting the concluding half of a 2-part show on a very important subject, the dangers of hitchhiking. We urge families, children and parents to watch this special episode together because some of the material presented might be disturbing to younger children. Thank you.
Last week on Diff'rent Strokes, the family was planning a surprise birthday party for their father. Kimberly and Arnold went downtown to pick up a last-minute present for their father. But on a freezing day in New York, it's almost impossible to get a cab.
Hi, where are you going?
To Park and 70th. Can you give us a lift?
Sure, hop in.
Great.
The driver told Arnold he was involved with the space program and invited Arnold up to his apartment to see some tapes of a rocket launching. While Arnold was watching the tapes in the bedroom, not yet realizing he was locked in, the man was making advances to Kimberly. When Arnold realized Kimberly was in trouble and he was locked in, he tried to get out the window.
I can't open it either. It's stuck. Come here, Arnold.
Let go of me.
Look, if you love your sister and you don't want to see her hurt, then you'll shut up. Do you hear me?
And now we continue with part 2 of our story.
And we're back to Billy's fucking dangerous bus rides.
Fucking Bill. Bill's a fucking dick.
Bill is horrible. He's he is the spawn of Satan.
So he finishes tying up Arnold.
Yeah, then goes and lets Kimberly out of the fucking closet.
He brings Kimberly in to show that Arnold's okay.
Well, she demands to know, like, fucking...
Oh, maybe he crack him over the head.
Yeah, and so he fucking... He takes him in to see Arnold, or takes her in to see Arnold, and Arnold is just fucking duct taped. He's sitting there, like, looking, this look of horror on his fucking face, and Kimberly's just calming him down, like, don't worry, we'll get out of here.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
And when we get back, we'll never hitchhike again.
And we'll never speak of this again.
Yes. Don't worry, Arnold. As soon as this episode's over, it'll all be forgotten. By the audience and the writers.
Arnold just hopped around and fell on the floor.
Yeah.
You know how hard it would be to get back up?
Yeah. His legs...
It's difficult. A little difficult.
It's not just his wrist that's bound. It's also his legs.
Wrist and ankles tied together.
Fucking hog-tied him. Poor Arnold.
He should have. You don't even let him hop around.
Originally, Dudley was supposed to be in the episode, and the producer was like, all right, that kid's had enough.
He's had enough. Leave him alone.
You know, first Mr. Horton, then his dad got his lung removed.
Just leave Dudley, poor Dudley alone.
Poor Dudley. He's having a hard enough time adapting to the 8th grade. You know, like,
smoking. How does a boy smoke at such a young age?
Now, we get a flashback back to the Drummond household, and at this point, they are just fucking worried. Like, where the fuck are these kids?
Calls the police, and they basically say, you know, we can't go after every kid who's 2 hours late.
Yeah, which, all right, they made it to
I guess. But he's like, yeah, this is different. There's something wrong.
Yeah, Mr. Drummond's like, listen, they know we're cooking stovetop tonight.
There's no reason for them to be missing.
They'd be back.
Yeah, we got stovetop cooking. I'm coming over. The cops came right over for some stovetop. So they wait around and, you know...
Well, they call the store.
Yes, they call the store because everyone knows Drummonds.
Yeah, well, he's the rich guy in Park Avenue.
Exactly. So they probably would know the Drummonds, especially the white man with 2 black kids.
Yeah.
People in the neighborhood probably know who you are.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the building was talking.
Talking to Town, 1983. Something very different.
Yeah.
Diff'rent.
You're right, Chris. Should be an question for Double Dare. How do you spell Diff'rent Strokes?
On your mark. Get set, go!
Tell them what they've won, Harvey. Well, Mark, they've won a beautiful vacation to space camp, as well as a Nintendo Entertainment System with Rob the Robot. But only if you find the flag up the guy's nose.
That's hard.
Yeah, it was.
The one in the dog food?
The pancake, you're right. The dog food, the pancake. Listen, Double Dare in general was an incredibly difficult show to win.
It was.
Yeah.
The only thing harder was Finders Keepers.
Yeah, Finders Keepers was impossible.
It was impossible.
I never saw anybody
Here's
get past
Here's the
fifth
biggest
row.
problem. You had a girl on your team usually, and they just suck. They suck. They're not athletic. They don't know what they're doing.
Holy shit.
A girl in the 80s, it's not like today where girls are like, you know, they do everything. Back then, they didn't do shit.
Well, I would tell
not,
you
that
they're
just awful.
There's an episode of the Diff'rent Strokes from this season that would argue against that because Mr. Drummond gets a female bodyguard who ain't
Mrs.
nobody.
Z.
She's bigger than Dudley's father.
Yes, there are. Not every woman is incompetent, but I mean, for the most part, they're just like the general, like they can't throw, and it's 1983, 85, 86.
Holy shit.
They got terrible, you know, like I used to watch Guts, and you know, there was one episode with one guy and 2 girls, and he fucking creamed them. There was no contest.
She's in first with 1,000 points. Back to you, Mark.
All right, Mo.
So anyway, back to Diff'rent Strokes. The Hitchhikers, Part 2. And Bill has gone completely off the fucking rails.
Yeah, he's shown his true colors.
Yeah.
He's bending her arm, and he says to her, because all she wants to do is call her dad. And like, well, after we dance, you can call your father.
His facial expressions are starting to match Mike Sanikoff after 6 of his bougie beers.
His bougie beers. He's starting to sound like Craig Carton over here.
Oh, he's in prison. So if he says bougie beers, there'll be an echo.
His bougie.
Yeah.
His dancing turns into hugging her very tightly, and she can't breathe. What kind of dancing is this?
It's fucking crazy. This is like when it gets really creepy, because Bill decides to put on a record and he wants to dance with Kimberly, and it's "Strangers in the Night."
Just like the instrumental.
Yeah.
Something in your eyes was so inviting. Something in your smile was so exciting. Something in my heart told me I must have you.
Bill, you're holding me too tight. I can't breathe.
My singing bother you?
No, not at all. You have a very nice voice.
You mean that?
Of course I do.
Well, you're the first person that ever thought that. But Kimberly, don't be condescending. I get too much of that. It makes you feel like you're nothing, like you're useless.
Fucking creepy. And the whole time, she's whimpering.
Yeah, that's the part. She's like, oh man, she's whimpering and like little tears are coming. Oh man,
he fucking throws her to the ground.
So meanwhile, Arnold, Spry Arnold has he cut the tape away with there was a very large tape dispenser.
Yeah,
and it has the blades to cut the tape.
Yeah,
he cut his duct tape with that. He smashed the window with a weight that was in the room, and he fled. He fled the scene.
Yeah,
so now Kimberly is over the moon saying it's over now. You're gonna be. She's all cocky and shit talking to him. You're done for now. My dad's gonna get the place here, and he's like, I'm not done with you yet.
Yeah. By the time they get here, it'll be too late.
The little brother got away. He shouldn't have done that.
Oh, I'm glad he did. Now they'll be coming after you.
Maybe. But it'll be too late.
Oh, burn right back.
Yeah, and she's like, holy fuck. I would have got away with it if it wasn't for you pesky kids.
So Arnold's running through fucking the city, and no one wants to help him until until a guy finally points out a cop for him to help him.
Yeah, and the cop's like thinks it's all big practical joke, but when he finally convinces the cop, like, nah, man, this shit's fucking real, he is so disoriented. He doesn't know where he is.
He just, he fled the scene and ran as fast as he could. He kind of forgot where he came from.
And he didn't exactly come out of the front of the building. He came out of the fire escape.
A lot of these places look the same, these buildings. I mean, it's understandable. These are like brownstones.
You've been in one brownstone.
Homes.
Yeah, and you know what? All those look the same. You've been in one brownstone, you've been in them all.
Oh, is that right?
Yes. At least that's what I've heard. So meanwhile, back at the fucking Drummond apartment, they've had enough. They're waiting. They can't fucking.
That's it. We're going to the police. We're going to the police department.
Yeah, we're going to the police department. Mr. Drummond has finally changed his jacket.
Yeah, he's out of his cool threads.
Maggie's still annoying. Pearl's jokes suck. Willis is not the Willis from the first season. But in comes running Arnold with the police behind him, and Arnold's like, fucking Dad.
Before they can even leave, Arnold shows up.
Yeah, and Arnold shows up with a detective. And this is where the show jumps the shark.
He explains, listen, I was disoriented, I ran away, I wasn't sure where I am, I can't really tell you where she is. And the detective explains, well, I've used hypnosis. I've hypnotized people with good results.
Mr. Drummond, maybe I can help Arnold remember. I've had a lot of success with hypnosis. Now, normally we do this at the police station under controlled conditions, but because this is an emergency, I'd like to try it here with your permission.
And I just laughed my ass off when he said that.
Because it's exactly what you were expecting.
Well, we have a psychic at the police department.
Oh,
yeah. We can speak with him.
Yeah.
It's Chris Walken's down there.
Yeah. We've got a guy that can talk to dead people. Don't worry, we'll find your daughter's body.
You're gonna have ice cream. You're gonna get an ice cream headache.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt a lot.
In a half hour.
Awful Walken impersonation.
You're gonna cut your lip. And then you're gonna try to drink a glass of orange juice. And it's gonna hurt.
I would have cut that out.
These are the things that we leave in.
This is stuff just to make us laugh.
Oh God! But so Arnold is like really hestant.
He doesn't want to. He doesn't know what it probably even is. He thinks he's gonna get
1983.
So this is like 80s sitcom talking about sushi. You're gonna eat that? Ew! That's raw. You know that, right? You might as well have been saying that.
I know, right? You won't accept a guy's tongue in your mouth, but you're gonna eat that.
Yeah. how can you do that? Now it's like a fucking norm now. No one gives a shit.
Yeah.
But, well, not hypnotism, but...
Sushi. We're going on a rant about fucking sushi.
Anyway.
Oh, God.
So...
Hi, I'm Big Phil.
And this makes no sense. He gets the license plate of his car, and... Dude, who the fuck is looking at license plates? And he had no idea.
Also, if you're going to hypnotize somebody, can you at least swing a fucking watch in front of
I
them?
would have loved the watch or some kind of pendulum, something.
You said it. A little showmanship.
Yeah, a little showmanship is right. If you're gonna do this, you gotta go the whole
Sell
way.
it to me. If you're gonna have a psychic come in, I want to have a couple bananas on it.
If we're getting ridiculous, I want Kruskin here.
Yeah. We're gonna get ridiculous.
Get me the fucking Johnny Carson like big hat where he predicts the envelopes.
The fucking one dude from fucking Mike Tyson's Punch Out. You know?
That's a turban, and that's religion.
But he got the gem on it, though.
It's just for show.
All right,
fair
enough.
Doesn't mean he's a magic man.
All right, we're not very cultured here
He's
at the
not
Video
pulling
Rangers
harps
podcast.
out of chest, Mike.
No, I'm sorry. Temple of Doom. That's not real. You can't jump out of a plane as long as you have an inflatable raft.
No, India is really like that.
Oh, okay.
The children are,
Yeah. You will go to Bangkok Palace.
There's a caste system there.
So. Oh, I know. I learned all about it in global studies.
It's awful.
Yes, it is.
It's just awful. People shit in the streets.
You don't want to be an untouchable. Unless you're Kevin Costner.
I just find it funny how it's in different parts of the world. It's still like this fucking Stone Age.
Well,
with technology, like you can shit in the street and then call your mom.
It takes different strokes to move the world. Yes, it does. So fucking once again,
yes.
Fucking Mr. Drummond is a fucking honorary police officer and gets to kick the door in.
He's a millionaire.
Yeah.
Billionaire, whatever. So he can kind of do this stuff.
Yeah, but he's the first guy in. He's not,
They're at the apartment, and they've fled the scene.
Yeah, because they were able to trace the car.
Yes.
You
got a hilarious scene with the
landlord.
nosy landlady.
Yeah. He broke my window. Sounds just like my grandmother.
Yeah, I know, right? And Arnold broke the window to get out.
Yeah.
You fucking bitch. Like, what the fuck? He was kidnapped.
But
so
they end up finding out that he is a photographer that developed some photography.
He has a dark room in the building.
In the old storage room. And, of course she didn't think about it right away or something. So the next scene is they're in the dark room with the red light on, and Kimberly is about to get violated.
She's
Holy
about to,
shit.
Get, Shanghaied here.
Yeah, Shanghaied. Some stuff was about to go down.
Something else, but I'm using it differently.
Why did he have a bed in the storage room? Again, indicating that he's done this before.
I don't know, man. I'd imagine in today's standards, that'd cost another $2,000 for that room.
Yeah.
But anyway, you take a break.
Take a break from developing pictures. I need a nap. This red light is exactly what I need.
Who doesn't lock the door? Or maybe they broke it in. I don't know.
No, well, basically, she threw the solution in his eyes.
Which he might be blind.
Yeah.
Because there's very strong chemicals when developing film. He might be blind forever.
Yeah. And when she did that, she ran to the door and unlocked it, and the cops came running in.
Let me go. Leave me alone.
What is this, to be nice? Now, don't make me hurt you.
Ow. Oh, please stop. Oh.
That's better. Now tell me you'll be good.
I'll be good. No.
All right, so now we're back at the old Drummond house.
Back at the farm.
And it's just like a quick, holy shit, can't believe this happened. Guys, please don't hitchhike again.
Therapy. We're going to get you family therapy.
Yeah, don't worry, Kimberly.
All right, let's have some cake.
Yay! Don't worry, the very next episode, this didn't happen.
Never be told about.
Because we're going to
Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Think about it. And the next episode is Hooray for Hollywood.
Yeah. Which is another
one where Arnold gets blown the fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah, him and Dudley on the set of Knight Rider.
Michael Knight or
David
Hasselhoff saves him. Here's the thing about that episode. I used to watch Diff'rent Strokes and reruns. And every fucking time that episode came on, I missed one half of it.
Yeah.
Because it's a two-parter.
Yeah.
A lot of two-parters back in a row.
I know.
And I was like, fuck, man. I wanted to see the other half. How did they get to Hollywood? Because I loved Kit the car. Who didn't? Who didn't love Knight Rider back then?
So, yeah, basically the first episode is like him and Dudley go to fucking California with the whole family because that's where Maggie's going.
Everyone is there.
Basically, Maggie has to go to Hollywood, or she has to go to fucking California, and Mr. Drummond's fucking kind of curious about it, so he takes the whole family on a vacation to meet up with her. And so everybody's kind of busy doing things, and Arnold and Dudley go to the fucking set to see Knight Rider.
Sneak on and get in trouble.
It's kind of cool. They actually go to Universal, and they're doing all the Universal shit, so they see the Psycho House and everything.
Yeah.
And then while that's going on...
That's why I like that episode so much, because you get to see all that stuff.
It's really cool. And then fucking Mr. Drummond's kind of looking for Maggie, and fucking... Basically what you end up finding out is that Maggie has a kid from another marriage, and that's why she had to go to fucking... She's with her kid and everything, and that's where Arnold meets fucking Budnick. And,
fucking Budnick.
And then he's part of the show, and it's just... Maggie is...
Yeah, and then he's part of the show.
And this... Basically... The end right there.
I wonder if that's the last time you see Dudley.
No, Dudley's
still around with Budnick?
Dudley is all the way there till the very last season.
Sam. His name's Sam in the show. So he's there the last season.
Yeah.
Does the show was canceled, correct?
Yep.
So there's no ending.
No, they basically switch networks on the last season.
They went to ABC to NBC. So.
I don't know if it's NBC to ABC. I think it's NBC to ABC.
Okay.
But I'm not positive on that.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody can correct me. But that's basically what happened, and the show was just falling in the ratings.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow Facts of Life was kicking the shit out of it. Probably because there's more characters. You can keep it interesting longer.
Girl power.
And everybody was waiting.
Different. How many shows have women as the lead?
Yeah.
And then that's in the lead, all of them.
I'm sure people...
There wasn't many shows like that back then.
I'm sure people were just tuning in to Facts of Life every night just to see which one of these girls is going to get laid first. And boy, were they disappointed.
Well, I mean, they all got fat and unattractive.
That's
mean.
Yeah.
And then they lost some of it because Blair got fat and then she lost it. And she got hot again.
And then one particular character stayed the course. She was big the whole time. God, I fucking hate you, Natalie. Oh God, it certainly does take different strokes to move the world.
And what these kids learn, you don't hitchhike in the city.
Arnold doesn't learn his lesson ever.
All he does is make bad decisions.
Yeah. Bad decision, Arnold.
Hell of a show. Hell of a show, though.
Great show. Great show. Providing you with this kind of content.
Endless hilarity.
Yeah. It truly is the best. I fucking love Diff'rent Strokes. I loved it as a kid. I love it now. It's just fantastic.
Is all the seasons out yet?
No. 1 through 6 are out right now.
So there's 2 more.
2 more to go. And from what I remember, man, that last season is not worth a bag of shit. It's just fucking... Oh, my God. I mean, by that time, Arnold is like a 16-year-old in a fucking 10-year-old's body.
Yeah, something like that.
You know?
I think when the show started, he was 10 or 11 years old already. He looks like he's 5.
I don't know if he's that old. I think he's under 10. It's 1978 when it starts, so he's still kind of young. The thing is, this was not... When Diff'rent Strokes ended, that was not the end of him playing Arnold Jackson. He does appear on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Well, that one episode, it was with Conrad Bain.
Yeah.
That was a really
They're
funny
going to buy
scene.
the house. Yeah.
But that's it. He's not in anything else significant. It's a one-time shot.
You got crossover Facts of Life episodes. Yeah, that's pretty much it, though.
Yeah, but he was out of Facts of Life, after, season 3, they were done with him.
I like Gary Coleman a lot, and I like when he appears in The Jeffersons, and him and fucking George Jefferson are just, going back and forth.
He dresses like Mr. Jefferson.
He struts like him and everything. It's fucking great.
This was on from 78 to 1986.
Yeah.
Diff'rent Strokes. 1986, damn. And let's see. Gary Coleman 68. He was 10 years old when the show started.
Yeah. And he looks like he's 6 in that first season. He looks so small.
He was 18 in the last season.
It's crazy, man.
He was fucking 18. So this is 83?
Yeah.
So he's 15. He's 15 there.
Doesn't look 15.
Fuck no.
No.
But he looks like he's 5, 6 years old in the first season. He's 10.
Isn't that crazy?
And like I said, his cuteness, he lost it real after about 2 seasons. He started getting, his character became more annoying because he talked a lot.
I still think the 5th season's
good. He was always yammering on. In the first 2, he's just comic timing. He's just hitting it.
Oh, he's great.
He's funny. He's hitting all the zingers. And this, he talks so much in the later seasons.
Yeah, it's starting to become where it's not funny.
Yeah, he was 18 in the last season. So he's like talking to Budnick, who's like actually 8.
Yeah.
And he has to fucking interact with him. And he's supposed to be like...
They're the bestest pals.
He's supposed to be like... If he's supposed to be like about 5, so it means he's about like 13 at the end.
Yeah.
They're saying, that's what they're playing with.
Didn't really do much after this show. It's like I know that
That's
Willis.
A lot of people though. Certain shows you're typecast and they don't want to see you ever again because like it's almost like how when we describe actors, we just start so Tom Cruise goes this way now because he's not he's not that character in a movie. He's just always Tom Cruise to me now.
Where other people are just characters, like
you know what I mean? Yeah, like Luke Skywalker's Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, Mark Hamill. I might say it now because it's been so long.
Yeah.
But that's Luke Skywalker. Yeah. Now, if I'm watching a new, the Tom Cruise movie, Oblivion.
Yeah.
Oh, so Tom Cruise goes here. He's not Jack or whatever his name would have been. So I'm describing to someone. So Tom Cruise goes this way.
Yeah.
They're like he's Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise is just Tom.
I can't believe him as anyone else. He's just Tom Cruise.
Now he's just Tom Cruise.
Eventually, most actors, you kind of play the same kind of person. You're not going way the fuck out like something. You know what I mean? Like playing a whole different character that are way it's far and few between. All your characters kind of blend. They're the same. It becomes almost just you.
Buddy Lembeck is Buddy Lembeck.
Yeah.
That's it. Poor Willie Ames.
I remember Buddy Lembeck's name instead of Willie Ames. Like I think of Buddy first, then Willie Ames though.
Yeah.
He was on just the 8 of Us.
Is that him?
Yeah, he's on Just the 8 of Us.
Is it just the 8 of us?
Yeah,
so there's just the 8 of us and just the 10 of us.
Okay, wait. There's just the
8
10
is
of
enough.
Us. 8 is enough.
That's it.
That's
okay.
it. Yep. There's 2 of these stupid shows with like 25 kids.
Yeah.
Well, 3 because you got the Brady Bunch too.
Yeah. And the
Partridge
Family.
How about we have this? I can see the pitch thing. We're gonna have a show, and there's like 25 kids.
That'll keep it interesting.
They all have different problems,
and then we can get rid of them as we go along.
Yeah,
kind of like the chick from Family Matters.
Well, Bobby and Susie Q aren't cute anymore, so throw Cousin Oliver in here.
Yeah, Cousin Oliver. I want to know what happened to their fucking dog. It goes up the stairs and never comes down.
Never comes back again.
The same thing in fucking Happy Days. Fucking what's his name had an older brother. He's dribbling the goddamn basketball around all the time. One day it just didn't dribble anymore.
They realized the writer we didn't need him.
Well,
the Fonz was too much of a character that we didn't need an older brother.
I would think that the more characters you have, the more difficult it is because you have to write for so many different fucking people.
The same thing happened in Family Matters. The younger sister just disappeared,
and then she did porn
because that happened. It became that show became the Urkel show. You don't have to call it. They could have just thrown Family Matters at the fucking window because it's not that. He appeared in like season 2. It was just the Urkel show now. He was so popular.
Isn't it great though? Urkel was the show.
He was so popular. I mean, he had a fucking dance.
The fucking Urkel dance.
Do it.
Do the Urkel.
Like he's fucking Bart Simpson.
Yeah. Fucking Dana Plato, though, man. She's on a fucking Sega CD game. How cool is that?
That's like grasping at straws to get a paycheck, unfortunately.
Well,
same thing with Corey Haim.
Corey Haim did Double Switch.
Thing.
Yeah. But those games are fucking... They figured, hey, let's get an actor to fucking do the...
That's honestly, if you were to list her it's Diff'rent Strokes and then that game
and Night Trap.
Yeah. That's her highlights.
And it's fucking really cool that fucking Limited Run has reissued Night Trap. Like you can, so for modern gamers, like, you can on PlayStation you can buy physical editions, and the discs, the box art looks either like the 32X game or the Sega CD game.
Okay.
Or you can get the original box art. And I think for Xbox coming soon, you'll get a digital only download. And basically what they did was they went back and they kind of gave everything a better like resolution. So now you get like, you know how before on the Sega CD game, you kind of got like the little box on all those like, you know, like full motion video games. The box was always shrunken in the screen.
Yeah.
So now you get like a full
screen.
Yeah, and the picture's better.
So you have Night Trap?
I don't have Night Trap.
Any of those kind of games with the video?
I have Double Switch for Sega Saturn with
And
Corey
what's that about?
Basically, it's the same concept as Night Trap. You're just doing security cameras.
Okay. So does it have anything like with women, naked women or anything?
There's like no, not really. But even Night Trap doesn't have anything with naked women.
That's the thing with Night Trap. When it all came out, I mean, dude, how many? No one had this system, and no one had this game. It wasn't like Mario Brothers 3, where everyone fucking had it. And I remember just hearing, oh, it's getting banned because there's...
It got banned over nothing.
Because there's women being harassed or sexually assaulted
that's not
or something.
Even, that's not even what really happens.
And it's not really what happened at all.
No,
so
there's one scene where the girl's like fucking in the shower, and she's in her underwear.
That's what it got banned for, basically. Like, and then people think like, yeah, hundreds and millions of children play and watch this game.
It
like,
was so ridiculous.
This piece of garbage.
It was so ridiculous. All they did was wrap like a fucking device around her neck that was supposed to suck her blood, and that was considered too violent and too risky. It's fucking retarded. However, I do want to get this new version because I really do want to play it because I've never actually played Night Trap.
It's a funny story, real quick. Is things do never change. So a guy at work got a Nintendo, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm helping him out. He's a few years older than me, and I'm helping him out. Like, hey, you should get this, and I'm like, oh yeah, you got Contra? Yeah, I got Contra. And when my wife said not to have for the kids not to play violent video games, I'm like, it's a fucking Nintendo.
Contra.
Yeah, and I'm like little. Like the bullets, but they're little
pellet bullets.
Well, it's army, but like there's no blood. Like it's fucking Contra.
Don't worry, if the kid doesn't know the fucking Konami code, he's not getting out the first level.
Yeah, right. But I was just like wow. Like even then, like there was certain parents, like uptight parents back then. Remember that? Like, you have a kid who who had to go to sleep at like 8 o'clock.
I had a friend.
They had non-butter popcorn.
Yeah, I had yeah, exactly. I had a friend who couldn't watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Couldn't watch TV. They could watch TV for an hour and a half a week or some shit.
And he could only play Nintendo on like Saturdays or some shit.
Like ridiculous rules. Like you know what? If I grew up in a house and like you kind of like, when you leave, you've experienced the world, I would have been so fucking pissed at my stupid fucking parents.
Yeah.
Like, you're a fucking moron.
And those are the kids that go out and do a lot of drugs.
Yeah, they do. Know? You have a cute... Yeah, they're the girls at college who fuck everyone on the fucking floor. That's who those are.
Those are the ones that are hitchhiking, getting rides from Bill.
Well, yeah, why not? Like, you know, what if she was just down with... That's the other thing. What if she was just down with it? Like, yeah, I want to suck some dick.
Kimberly?
Like, yeah, like she was just like a battered teen that like didn't give a shit anymore. Like, and he's like, all right, cool. I don't have to fucking get in trouble then.
I wonder if he had done that with like prostitutes before. Because you can get rid of prostitute bodies and nobody seems to give a shit.
The Park Avenue Ripper.
Yeah. Park Avenue. The Maniac.
The Lopper.
Remember that?
He's the Lopper.
Oh.
The Lopper's around.
Maybe fucking, what's his name? Belial's in a fucking basket somewhere. Just waiting for somebody.
He's waiting to get more poontang.
Yeah.
I'll just let you do it. We sound like assholes when we both do it.
I think it's funnier when we both do it, though. Oh, God.
All right. I think that wraps this episode up.
Yeah.
We ramble on here for the last 5 minutes.
So go watch the season 6 2-part episode, The Hitchhikers. You can now buy the 6th season on Amazon.
All right.
It's put out by Shout Factory.
All right.
I think it was about $13.
And it's affordable. It's not like some crazy fucking price.
Yeah, it's not like when I bought the first 2 seasons and I paid $30 each.
Like, isn't like the whole original Batman series like $200?
It was, man. And I was like, I like that show, but there's no way I'm paying that much.
Mm-hmm.
It's It's fucking crazy. Now I think you can get it a little bit cheaper, but I'm still waiting on a sale for that. So until next time, if you've seen a bad movie, we're ready to believe you. Bye.
If you know of a case of sexual assault or an attempted sexual assault, please contact your local law enforcement agency or emergency medical facility.
Now the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. What might be right for you may not be right for some. A man is born, he's a man of means. Then along come two. They got nothing but the genes, but they got different strokes it takes. Different strokes it takes. Different strokes to move the world. Yes, it does. It takes different strokes to move the world.
Arnold's got white privilege.
Yeah, let's see how that works out for him. Fucking kid has had the fucking shittiest life for the past year.
You heard the theme song. He was born of means.
Yeah. Along came two.
And along came two is right.
Got nothing but the genes.
That's part one.
That is the conclusion of part one. Actually, conclusion is not the right word.
What you just heard was a podcast in the Poop Culture Extended Universe. For more great podcasts, make your way to www.poopculture.com.